everyone. So some of you have been asking about Jane now that she's moved to New York with Bing. Well, sort of with Bing. She's called several times about how excited she is. And it's great that we've been better at communicating. I think that's something we all want to work on more. She even talked about how she and Bing went to a fashion gala this weekend. Turns out Bing is very charming arm candy. You know, after everything that's happened this past year, all the cryptic conversations and misunderstandings, I'm so glad that they're finally ready to move past that and begin to live their lives together. My name is Lizzie Bennet, and I'm so happy for Jane and Bing. Or as Lydia would say, Jing! So as you saw in my last video, Lydia is taking it easy. And Dad is just relieved all the craziness is over. And my mother has been... Well, my Aunt Jane and Bing gonna have the most beautiful babies. Oh, can you just imagine when...
How dare you, Lizzie Bennet?
Caroline, what are you doing here?
Don't you play stupid with me. Your mother did that already.
I...
You have ruined my brother's life.
How?
Med school, New York, your sister.
So you've heard.
Lizzie, do not think me so awful that I would not keep in touch with my dearest sibling. What do you have to say for yourself?
Fine. Caroline, how exactly did I ruin your brother's life?
My brother dropped out of med school, moved to New York with your sister out of the blue, and we all know that Jane wouldn't concoct such a scheme.
Scheme? Did it ever occur to you that your brother made that decision on his own?
Oh, please. Bing has never made a decision of that magnitude in his life. He isn't capable of it. But you, Lizzie Bennet, are more than capable of manipulating him.
Me? Manipulating of all the people in this?
Look what you're doing to Darcy.
Darcy? What about Darcy?
I've watched your videos at Pemberley Digital. It's pretty clear what you're doing. Everyone can see it.
What are you talking about?
Don't deny it.
I'm not. Or I am?
You have to know that that cannot happen. You would destroy him.
What can't happen? Destroy him how?
You are trying to seduce him.
What?
It's so obvious what your involvement in his life has done to him.
You're crazy.
You shadow Pemberley. You expose him and Gigi to ridicule. He disappeared from his responsibilities for weeks to cover your sister's scandal. You and he together, it would be disastrous. It already is. His aunt is questioning her investment in his enterprise.
Really? Well, from what I've seen and read, Pemberley Digital is doing very well. Pulling investment from such a promising company doesn't sound like good business sense. And if it were so disastrous, Darcy would avoid me like the plague.
Absolutely.
Then you've got nothing to worry about. Unless you're saying that Darcy is as easily manipulated as you seem to think your brother is.
Lizzie, are you admitting that you are manipulating him?
No. I'm just trying to figure out how to live my life. But speaking of manipulating, what about last September?
I don't follow.
Bing's birthday. What happened?
I threw him a party, of course, to celebrate
I think you know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You were with Jane the whole night. She had an indiscretion. Darcy and Bing blamed Jane, but I know my sister, and something's off.
You mean your sister never told you that she kissed another man? You two seem so close.
That's what this is? All these months, that's what this has been about.
Don't make it sound so simple, Lizzie Bennet.
Oh, it doesn't sound simple. It sounds like a convoluted plan.
I had nothing to do with it.
How much work did that take? What, you got some old acquaintance of being so drunk that you could shove him at Jane at just the right time for Darcy to see? That must have taken a lot of planning. It must be killing you that after all that work, they still ended up together. Because you didn't want to lose him. And you did. And now you're afraid you'll lose Darcy.
I am doing what is best for the people that I care about. I help them.
Well, let me help you with something. You know who's in charge of Darcy's life? Darcy. And you know who's in charge of mine? Me. Same goes for Bing and Jane. And now, despite the fact that you have come into my house and insulted me and my family again, please consider yourself welcome to stay for dinner.
Thank you. But no thank you, Lizzie Bennet. Goodbye.